Good morning, everybody. Now, today's the day of my concert. Wanted to bring her up here. She's been ripping farts all morning. That means her stomach's upset. So, I've already got 3 bags this morning. So, anyway, but this is St. Michael's, and it is definitely well cared for, well visited. Most of the roads are like this, macadam. A lot of the graves have flowers or flags or crosses, something to mark how loved they are. One thing I was interested in learning last night, so I have a bunch of Catholic choir mates, and they were talking about birth certificates and passports and how they had to change their names when they got confirmed at 13 or 14, whenever they get confirmed. They had to change their names. And now it's incredibly difficult when they've gone to the DMV to get their real IDs, because a lot of them had to change it to their Catholic names. And so their middle names have expanded, or they took their Catholic name. For me, most of them start with Mary. I don't know much about the Catholic religion, so I can't tell you more than that. But it's been interesting learning, how difficult the government is making it to get the real ID. They have, their middle name has changed to, let's just say their name is Amelia. So their Catholic name is Mary Ann. So now their full name is Amelia Mary Ann, and then their last name. But that's not what their birth certificate says, because they weren't confirmed at birth. So now the government's making it truly difficult. People have to go and get a name change, because they've now signed all their papers as their Catholic name. And there's a B'nai Israel cemetery. Oh yeah, I remember walking in here. I don't walk in here now because I have my dogs, but there are rocks on top of the gravestones. You still have to look up and see what that means. Probably has something truly to mean with, being loved. I can't see as anyone being ugly in the cemetery. You kind of can't do anything about being dead, or anything that you did in the past you can't change. They have some growth there. But anyway, as can go on. But it's interesting how frustrated they're getting at the fact that, the government is making them go have a physical name change. And then they have to wait, 4 to 6 weeks to get that done. And then they have, so warning to all Catholics who have your name change, confirmation name, I think it's called. Make sure if you need to get that real ID, change your name first. Or some said they don't even write their confirmed name. Not many said that, but I did hear one person. So I love this view once you get up this freaking hill. I should have taken my shower after I did this. I love coming up into the view of seeing that. There's another Transfiguration Cemetery. So there's quite a few cemeteries up here. Come. That was my dog wandering off in a different position. But I've been watching a lot of graveyard walks, and I always find them interesting. There's an 1878 to 1870, or no, 1910. I haven't found a ton of truly old ones up here. And then again, most of the time I have my dog, so I don't go traipsing on people's graves to find things. I wonder though what kind of gravestone is the best so you can, people in generations can read it. Like this one, I can't read it. And like I said, this is a predominantly, I would say predominantly Polish, Irish, and German. I think German. Last names up here. Like I said, you can tell the family who take care of them. There's one born 1871 to 1918. And then I'm going to guess the wife, born 1883 and died in 1925. Now there's some 1800s. I guess what I'm calling really old is the 1700s, which I guess it kind of dates me, but I will soon be 52 years old. I have the 21st, and I never thought I'd make it to this age. I'd always thought that somehow I would die. I don't know why. I just doom and gloom, I guess. Let me see. Lots of skis up here. Moravits. I don't know if that's Polish. There's some names you chuckle up here, like Snoggin. Snoggin has a totally different name now. It's quiet up here, not many birds singing. We're expected to have rain most of the day. There's an 1857. Come. 1878. I do find that the age amount has gone up, with the expectation of life is longer. Sorry, there was a fella sitting by his grave praying, so I didn't want to interrupt him. So I just shushed for a minute. I'm on somebody else's property. I'd be respectful. People would learn how to be respectful. It'd be a lot nicer world, wouldn't it? There's another one I can't read. 1859. I think that's where all the extra rocks and leaves and everything else goes. Now I know there is a road up there, and I think I'm going to try and take the road less traveled to get up there. It looks like there's a little path. Because if I keep going, I have to walk quite a bit of way to get to another road. I just wanted to see this grave marker. It's kind of interesting. That one. It's really interesting. Come away from the graves. Good girl. Good job. Like I said, I try to travel a road that's the least amount of graves. Trying to be respectful. Here we go. Now I'm back on the road. In 1903 to 1990. Clement, that's a name you don't hear anymore. Clement. And one thing I do find interesting, that most of the time when you see husband and wife buried together, oh, that one's a pretty one. I like that one. And then the one next to it has their picture on it too. But when husband and wife are, I almost said planted. When husband and wife are buried together, the wife is always younger, especially anywhere below 1950. The wife is always younger. As I say that, I pass a grave that the wife is older. But most of them, I see the wife is always younger. Round means my dog walks around me and gets in front of me. She has a habit of playing the let's see how fast we can make mom fall to the ground game. Well, I'm coming to an end, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate your time and the minutes you take to go on these grave walks with me. And I hope you enjoy my channel. Give me a like, share, subscribe. Have the day you deserve all.